The latest on the brutal rape of a 5-year-old girl in Delhi. Protests are continuing now for the second day in the capital. The BJP's Mahila Morcha took out a march in central Delhi this afternoon. They were stopped as they headed towards the residence of Congress President Sonia Gandhi. A handful of Aam Aadmi Party members also staged protests outside the Delhi police headquarters. Security has been stepped up at Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde's residence in view of those protests. Meanwhile, rape-accused Manoj Kumar, who was brought to Delhi last evening, will be produced in court tomorrow. Police is trying to verify his claim that he had an accomplice during the crime. AIIMS doctors, meanwhile, say the rape survivor is responding well to treatment.
The first concern is safety, security and status of women in our society. It is widely accepted that as a country we have vast improvements to make in this vital area. The gruesome assault on a little girl a few days back reminds us once again of the need to work collectively to root out this sort of depravity from our society. The agitations that have followed the two incidents also point to the need for showing concern and sensitivity while dealing with the public anxiety that such incidents generate.
She is showing gradual recovery and has slept well in the night. At present, her vital parameters are stable. Her colostomy is functioning. She is conscious, alert and talking to parents, nurses and doctors. She is having mild fever which is showing improvement. As such, there is no danger to her life.
So the victim is conscious, alert and talking to her parents and nurses at the hospital there. So good news coming from AIIMS. We are also getting developing news on the probe that the Delhi police is conducting internally on the allegations that a bribe was offered to the victim's family to hush up the case and not to record an FIR. Let's go across to our correspondent Shubhajit Sengupta, who's going to give us more details on this case now. Shubhajit, the latest coming in on the internal inquiry that the Delhi police is conducting into the allegations of bribery that have been put against them by the victim's family. What are your sources telling you now?
The Joint CP Vigilance of Delhi Police is conducting this inquiry, and as per this inquiry norms, they have already registered a statement from the victim's family members who had earlier alleged that they were paid 2,000 rupees for not to go to the media and not to speak to the public about this case. Now they have stuck to their claims that they were pressurized by the police of the East District and that SHO and the investigating officer had tried to hush this matter and asked them to quieten up and do not go to the media. They have also questioned the SHO as well as the investigating officers. The sources have told me that they are now on the base of finalizing their opinion on this case. In a couple of days' time, it will be clear what the inquiry says, and if the inquiry finds them guilty, then these two officers could be would be given some strong punishment.
Shubhajit, certainly the police is one of the targets of the protest. This morning, Aam Aadmi Party members had gathered at the Delhi police headquarters again for a protest against the policemen there. What can you tell us about the protests that are taking place today in the capital?
See, one of the most active protests which had happened this morning was in the residence of Sonia Gandhi. What happened was at the 24th Akbar Road and the 10th Janpath crossing, a number of BJP's women protesters had gathered and they were trying to break the barricade. In fact, they broke a few barricades and tried to enter the premises of Sonia Gandhi. That's when police came in and they detained two buses full of women, which you can see easily upwards of 30 women activists of BJP had been detained from there, and they've been taken away to the outskirts of the city as of now. The peace is back in the area, but yes, the BJP activists did try to break into through the barricade and enter the 10 Janpath complex.
We'll keep an eye on that, Shubhajit, but a quick word on the investigations. We know the accused will be produced in court tomorrow. He's also been telling the police that apparently he had an accomplice. What more can you add to that?
During his custodial interrogation, Manoj once again mentioned that there was another man who was present with him and he was not the only one who was present at that point of time when this crime took place, when he was committing this crime rather. Now, the point is that Manoj had also mentioned this at the Muzaffarpur court as well. But now the police are trying to verify this, whether there was actually someone present there or not, or was there any second accused at all, or could it be that he was trying to deflect the crime from himself to someone else so as to he could get scot-free or get lesser punishment. So these are the investigations the police is conducting right now. As of now, they have not detained anybody in this case apart from Manoj, but the inquiry is on.
Shubhajit, you're at AIMS. Earlier in the day, we heard the latest medical bulletin from the doctors who are looking after her case there. Positive news coming out. When can we expect the victim to be out of hospital?
So far she is fine, she is recovering well, she is responding to the treatment, she had a good night's sleep, even the fever is going down, the infection is going down, she is reacting well to the antibiotics as well. About how soon she will be let go was, the doctor said they will keep her on watch for 2 weeks. This is a very sensitive case, so they will not like to take any chances in this. Senior pediatric surgeon is taking care of her personally, and there's a medical board which is looking after her health. They're also trying to give her psychological counseling, because remember, the kind of trauma she underwent is mind-boggling. This is something which the psychiatrists say could stay on with her for her life if she is not given proper treatment and proper trauma care. So these are the lines of the medicine which has been given to her, which is how she is being treated right now. About for 2 weeks now she will be here in this hospital. Later on, about a couple of months later, when recovers completely, she'll have to again come back for a corrective surgery or a series of surgeries so that she can lead a normal life ahead.